Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Morning class, how are you this morning? Okay, now before we start our class this morning, we would like to pray together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bil muhammadin nabiyya wa rasulah. Rabbi zidni ilman wa razaqni fahman. Amin. Okay, now we would like to learn about prose. Okay class, so do you know what is prose? Okay, so prose is a form of language that has no formal metrical structure. Okay, so there are several functions of prose. Let's see one by one. The first one is to fulfill a story's promise. It's meant that a prose have a function to fulfill a story promise to the reader, to deliver a story with a characters, plot, setting, conflict, and final payoff. And then the second one is creative voice. So it's meant that every writers have their own way to using language. And then the third one is build rapport through familiarity. So it's meant that prose is often conversational tone. The familiarity help connect the reader to the story and the characters. Okay, now we would like to discuss about the type of prose. Let's see one by one. The type number one is non-fiction prose. What does that mean? Non-fiction prose, it means that prose is a true story or factual account of event, or informational is a non-fiction. For example, textbook, newspaper, article, instruction manual, and etc. And the next one is a fiction prose. So, fiction prose, a literary work of fictions. For example, novel, fable, fairy tale, short story, and etc. Generally, prose has a characters, plot, setting, and dialogue. And then, heroic prose. Heroic prose, a literary work that is either written down or preserve oral traditions, but is meant to be recited. And then, the last one is prose poetry. Prose poetry, it's meant that a poetry that written in a prose form. This literary hybrid, it's meant that sometimes it can has rhythmic and sometimes rhyming pattern. Okay, now I have an example of a prose, so let's reading together, and then you would like to answer the question that I will give to you. Okay, now let's see the example of prose. So in this moment, I would like to giving you an example of prose. This is a fiction prose. It's about fable. Right, Fox and the Goat. Once upon a time, there was a fox that was roaming around the dark. Unfortunately, he fell into a well because of the darkness. He tried his best to come out, but he fell. So, he had no other alternative to remain there until the next morning. The next day, a goat came there. She peeped into the well and saw the fox inside. "What are you doing there, Mr. Fox?" the goat asked. "I came here to drink water. It's the best I have ever tasted. Come and see," the sly fox replied. Without thinking, even for a while, the goat jumped into the well to quench her thirst. Not long after that, she realized her conditions and looked for a way to get out. But, just like the fox, she also found herself helpless to come out from the well. Then the fox said, I have an idea. You stand on your hind leg, and I'll climb on your head to get out. Then I will help you come out too. The god was too innocent to understand the trick played by the fox and did what the fox said. While walking his way out, the fox said, "If you had been intelligent enough, you would never got it without saying how to get out." Okay, now we would like to doing a test. So you can write the answer in the comment below. And the question is, the first one, what is the main characters of the story? The second one, where are they? The third one, what happened to the fox and the god? 4. What the fox doing to out from the well? 5. What is the moral value of the story? Okay, so maybe it's several things that I can share to you about prose for this time. Start from definitions, function, an example, and a bit test. So don't forget for like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And see you for the next meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.